Hello, Facebook Landia. This is Jonathan Trotter coming to you from Leaf Summit, Missouri. Been in the States now for 2 weeks, and just wanted to share a tool with you all that has been really helpful for me and for many of the clients that I work with. I like simple things. If you know me, you know that. I like things that are easy to remember, things that are easy to pass on. But this is just 4 questions that can provide a bit of a roadmap in the middle of all this chaos and all this loss and all this transition. And so many times there's so much anxiety around everything that's going on and all of the things that we don't know, and all of the potential dangers and the potential risk, and in fact, all of the loss. So, yeah, just want to share this with you. It's called a transition bridge. I didn't make this up. I got these questions from a training that I did, pastoral counseling training in Cambodia, actually, from a guy who teaches at a school in the UK. So it's kind of been around the world. And then a colleague of mine turned it into this fancy thing. So it's called a transition bridge, and it's just 4 questions. What have I lost? What does that loss mean to me? Number 1. Number 2, what has not changed? Number 3, what resources do I have to help me in this change? And number 4, what options and possibilities are now open to me? When we're done here, I'll put an image of this in the comments, and you can print it out if you want to and go through it with your family if that would be helpful for you. So basically, number 1, what have I lost and what does that loss mean to me, is all about naming what it actually is that I've lost. And if you've ever seen the feelings wheel, that can be very helpful here, where we actually identify the emotions that we're feeling around specific losses. So sit down with this and say, what is it that I have lost? A sense of security, a person, a place, maybe a trip. What have I lost? And what does that loss mean to me? So one whole family might have lost the same thing, but what does that loss mean to each person in the family? It can be very, very different, and that's okay. That's actually to be expected. So it's worth it to say, what have I lost? What does that loss mean to me? And then let other people in your friend circle or in your family answer that question too, even if it's a little bit different. This is often the one that we have to spend the most time on. What have I lost? And what does that loss mean to me? Number 2, what has not changed? Right. There are going to be things that have not changed. Relationships, like you've seen in another video about the boxes, there's some things that are just still true, no matter what happens in the news, no matter what happens in the world. So what are the things that have not changed? It's worth remembering them. The second question doesn't take that much time usually, but it is worth writing down. So what have I lost? What does that loss mean to me? What has not changed? What resources do I have? In our family all the time we say, hey, use your resources. What are your resources? Use them. And many times when everything's hitting the fan and everything is so stressful, we forget to say, what resources do I actually have to help me? And oftentimes when people start to list out the resources, they discover that they have a lot more than they knew or than they thought they did. So it's worth saying, all right, who and what, where do I find help? And do I need to access that help? It's pretty straightforward. This isn't rocket science. The number 4, what options and possibilities are now open to me? Now, this one's dangerous because people want to jump to number 4. They go up here and say, what have I lost and what does that mean to me? Okay, yeah, I'm going to get over that, but what about this? What options or possibilities are now open to me? And you don't want to do that. We don't want to jump to number 4. Sometimes people will jump to number 4 in order to avoid dealing with number 1. They want to just get straight to the, okay, yeah, but I'm going to have a lot of time to do a lot of new stuff, and I'm going to get a lot of books read, and I'm going to, and that's fine, I guess, if that's you, but don't go to number 4 at the expense of number 1. That being said, it is worth noting that in this map, there is a number 4. What options and possibilities are now open to me? Again, sometimes we just have to be reminded that today is not the end, and there is a number 4. There are options and possibilities that will be open to me. So again, just call this a transition bridge, or a grief and loss bridge. And what I encourage people to do is actually print out a bunch of these, and for different events, different things that you've lost. So say it's on the job side of things, or maybe it's on the family side of things, and use a whole different paper. Say, all right, what have I lost? And what does that specific loss mean to me? And then use a different page to process a different type of loss. It can be really helpful. And, we don't have a lot of other things to do in quarantine nation. So print off some paper. I say that and I laugh, but if you've got kids at home, you have a lot of other things to do. And if you're trying to do a job, you have a lot of other things to do. But if you want to, this thing is here and it's for you. And it's just a roadmap to help process all of this change and transition that we're all going through. So that's it. I appreciate you tuning in as I try to figure out Facebook Live on the desktop. So we'll see you around. Bye.